Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. The guys up front line up. It's first down. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
The game makes it second and medium. From the shotgun, drops back. Snags the quick throw. And that is a first down gain. Moves the ball to the 40. The Bulls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Defense makes the tackle, but that screen produces a pretty solid gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The Bulls pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Handoff from the shotgun. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to see the offensive line and this back putting up positive yards.
It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
There are a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Running out of time in the pocket. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down.
Chris, the advantage there obviously was with the defense on third down and long. And they do a good job at taking away things downfield, but man, you got to account for the quarterback taking off and running. Nobody does, so he gets big yards, and now he gives the offense a chance here on fourth down.
Trying for a fourth down completion. Fires it to the wideout. Pass is broken up. Turnover on down. What a stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
First down here for this offense. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Good enough for first down yardage. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Game moves the ball to the 43. First down coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go by the time he
cannot escape, and down he goes.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
Defense looking to keep the pressure on. Third down coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. Ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. Keeper and the quarterback draw. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. The quarterback's got it on the option. And that run produces a decent gain. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination of this quarterback and receiver for a big day.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points when they bounced back here. Quick throw to his receiver. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
It's a great play for the offense. Let's give all the credit to the offensive line for that play. The quarterback makes the throw, but he couldn't have done it without the time that they provided.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got it for a big gain. And they stop him, but not before. An explosive play. Moves the ball all the way to the 32. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Extending the play now. Slides to avoid the big hit. The Bulls come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Using his legs on the scramble. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself. The Bulls come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, USF. Now the all-important extra point. And the PAT is good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved him right down the field. The defense make adjustments. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive. But fired into a tight window and picked off. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, South Florida. And now the try here for the extra point. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Physical run, earns the first down.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to pass here on second down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Challenging play for the offense. They face third and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes the catch.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th down. He's throwing for it. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there. 2nd down after that previous play.
Boy, just stoned at the line of scrimmage by this defensive front. They have been having their way at the line of scrimmage the entire first half of this national championship. And if these guys do not find a way to become more than one-dimensional, there's no way they're going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole.
Back's got it again. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable 3rd down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the 1st down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do, get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
That run, good for a 1st down. The offense still rolling. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Going again on 2nd and 10. Makes the catch downfield. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. 1st down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. And the wideout goes in motion. 1st down, looking to throw the football. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed. Instead of just getting down or throwing it away, they try to force the issue. This one almost backfires on him as he tried to squeeze that throw in. He's lucky he didn't throw an interception.
And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Running play called on 3rd and short. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Makes the catch, and the offense will keep this drive going. They make the tackle, but he easily gets 1st down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
That's another huge gain for this guy, and I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. And boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Ball moved back to the 4 for second and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Bulls will kick this away to start the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. When he's got some space here. Turns on the speed. They finally chase him down, but a huge return. Very lucky he didn't bring that all the way to the house. Just a bit more space, and he was gone. The Fresno State offense is back on the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now.
No way, you're kidding me!
Pick it up, you're embarrassing. Ready?
An inside give now from the shotgun. Aiming for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
And they'll set up with PAT. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. He hands it off from the gun. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. QB decides to keep it here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, I love this option call, but the quarterback, I think he's just trying to make a play that wasn't there. Sometimes on this option play, you just got to eat it. It's just not there. The execution's not there. The defense plays it well. You got to tip your cap. Here, he tries to make a play that's not there, and the result is a loss of yardage.
And he finds his target. He has the first. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, they get the first down here, and I got to be honest, a little bit surprised by the softer coverage by that corner. I thought he'd be a little bit tighter and closer to the sticks, especially on a fourth down play. But give them the conversion, and they keep this drive alive.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Airing this one out toward the sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Touchdown, Bulls. And they will claim the second half lead. But they'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Now they get set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. Remember last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. He's swarmed by the defense. They've gotten the ball down to the 3-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
How about that, Chris? The quarterback does a nice job of getting the ball out of his hands quickly, and why not? With a receiver like this who can run like that, get him the ball as fast as you can and let him do his thing.
The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? And just a short gain this time, they're able to get him down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big play.
They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up? He's looking to make a big play downfield. He fires this throw and is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, a mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Looking to throw it on first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Now it's second down here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. This one is incomplete, right in the back corner of the end zone.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And that one's straight down the middle. And with that, they regain the lead.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. USF offense is back out there now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He shreds the tackle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. First down, looking to throw the ball. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. He has first down yardage at the 46. The Bulls come to the line to run the hurry-up.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep...
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Still no answer for this offensive machine. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And they knock through the PAT, so it's a 4-point game, 28-24. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. The last possession they settled for 3. Let's see if they can reach the end zone this time. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. It's caught on the left side for a huge gain. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10.
So impressed here, Chris, with this effort by the receiver. This ball's thrown way downfield, and actually it's thrown beyond him. I thought it was too far. This guy somehow lays out and comes down.
He's got room looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. This offense is still clicking.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
BAT puts him up 3. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Lofting it toward the left sideline. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Look at this. He'll go deep again. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. 1st down and 10. A new set of downs after that completion. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, South Florida. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this. Now in the 4th quarter to give them the lead.
PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Fresno State offense is back on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's looking to scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's running out of time here.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long, it's a bit of a risk. But with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking for his big tight end. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. And he's got some open field ahead. Touchdown, Bulls. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on fourth down. I'm not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. He steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
Going after, not quite through. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Kick bounces out of the back to the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick-6 in the last possession. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead, and a large portion of that has to do with the way they've been able to get after this quarterback. That's the second sack in this game.
They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. The offense going with the hurry up.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
The pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
There's the handoff. And he's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this.
It's a fumble. It's a turnover.
Chris, I cannot believe that he put the ball on the ground working with the lead in the national title. You just know the head coach and the offensive coordinator told the offense before they ran onto the field, guys, hold on to the ball. The only way they get back into it is if we turn it over. It's exactly what they've done. And now your opponent has an opportunity to cut into this lead.
Using his legs here. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. There's too much on that ball. The 2nd down incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Marchuk. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The sack sets up 2nd down. the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. A premium here on ball security. The last drive, of course, ended in a fumble. And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Let's see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. Defense is coming after him. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
Chris, I got to tip my cap to this quarterback. I know he's putting up some yards today, and let's face it, they've got the lead, but he has faced some pressure. That's the fourth time that they've been able to get after him and bring him down. So it's feast or famine one way or another in this game right now.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
They'll kick it away here. And they'll just down it right here. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. The fumble the last time out symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole. Receiver makes the grab.
Hey, you're down by a couple possessions late in the game. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Let's see what they can do with it after that nice game.
Looking for his big tight end. He makes the grab. Tackle made after a big gain. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. On first down, it's play action. Quick throw to the left side, and that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Here comes a first down pass attempt. And the sophomore's got him for a sack. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Excellent protection all day to throw. Flings it now to the left. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. There's a 1st and 10 play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the 4th.
First down. Looking to throw the football. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Looking to throw it on first down. Here's another interception. We're losing track. He's got some room and some blockers here. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, USF. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Fresno State offense is back on the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Offense in hurry-up mode. First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Finding some room with the 25. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. No huddle now for the offense. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. That's a new set of downs, and it's 1st and goal for the offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Heavy pressure, he lets it go. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on 1st down. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
They break the huddle on 3rd and goal. Field goal doesn't do much good here. Looking to throw yet again. The pass rush closing in. The sophomore able to get home with the sack. A field goal here doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense is playing well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this 4th down play in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes to go.
It's a deep throw down the right sideline. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? Touchdown, South Florida. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. 31. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense back on the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Pressure is coming. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And now another deep ball here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss. That sack sets up an important 3rd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He slings this one deep down the left side. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the Stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. That huge play sets up a great opportunity. 1st and goal just outside the 5. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And he'll set up to throw. Trying to extend the play. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That's why he's a dangerous scrambler. The quarterback says, I'm just going to end this scoring drive right here. I'll do it myself.
Yeah, and everybody's covered downfield. The defense has done a pretty good job of containing the offense. The problem is this guy's creativity. I don't know, maybe put a spy, a linebacker on him to try to mirror him when he takes off the scramble. Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that two-point conversion.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And they'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Secondary backed up off the ball now. And looking to throw now on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move here, trying to hit a deep shot. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. A really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side. But they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up